Hey y'all, it's Lindsay, and today I am going to take you along with me so that you can see what I eat in a day as a trim healthy mama. For breakfast today, I am having 2 scrambled eggs and a trimmy, and I wanted it in my acute spode teacup, so I made it in a like in a Pyrex measuring jar and then just transferred it here. So this is only half of it, but look how precious. I love spode. So this is breakfast. So it has only been about an hour and a half since I last ate, but I am starving, and I guess that's just the way it goes for a nursing mama. So I'm gonna have one of my homemade little Debbie brownies, and this is a cup of unsweetened plain almond milk that I have added about, I don't know, a couple drops of stevia to. So I'm gonna have this now. So we are eating lunch rather late. It's about 2:40 right now, and we went ice skating, so we got distracted from lunch. So it's been at least 5 hours since I've eaten, and I am definitely starving. Right here I have romaine lettuce and a little bit of mayonnaise as my dressing. And then I've got over here a low-carb tortilla with cheese and ham and a little bit of mayonnaise. So here's my S lunch. Okay, it's time for dinner. This is a homemade sloppy joe that I make, and I've got it on a bed of romaine lettuce. And then I've got this over here, which is baked cauliflower and cheese. It's kind of an S version of mac and cheese, but you're using cauliflower in place of your noodles, and it turns out really, really well. This is not actually a recipe that I'm gonna recommend just yet. I wanna tweak it and kind of play around with it a little bit and sort of make it my own. This one is 100% me, and if you're curious about this particular recipe, I will go ahead and do a video on how I make my sloppy joe mix. So it's the end of the night, and it has been a long, stressful day. Lauren has spent the majority of the day crying at me, screaming at me, spitting up all over me. I probably should have changed outfits, but I didn't. It's been a day, and today has really proven to me why spending a few hours on the weekend doing a food prep is so important for me personally, eating Trim Healthy Mama way. You know, this morning I went entirely too long between our breakfast and lunch. I want to say it was about 5 hours between the two. And with me nursing, it takes a lot more energy. It takes a lot more just calories in general. And so I did not nourish myself very well, which means that I probably didn't nourish Lauren very well. And, you know, that's just the way it goes some days. Had I made some breakfast burritos or some overnight oats to keep in jars in the refrigerator as a quick meal, I can't even think, y'all. I'm so tired. And I'm not even like tired. I'm just like worn out. Whenever you spend all day being yelled at, well, not yelled at, but cried at, it just makes life so exhausting, and I need to recharge my batteries, but I don't think that's going to happen. And today we were just so out of sync with timing. You know, whenever the big girls went for a quiet time, Lauren, she would only rest or nap in my arms for roughly 7 minutes at a time. It was hard. But we have the opportunity to try something different tomorrow, right? I think tomorrow I'm going to spend a little bit of time making up some breakfast burritos and those overnight oats, and possibly making a salad, like a quinoa, like a hot salad with quinoa and chicken and some vegetables that we have left over in our refrigerator, just to have as a quick lunch that I can just pop in the microwave if I want it hot, or leave it cold from the refrigerator if I want it that way. You know, I needed to do food prep, and I I just didn't. This weekend it was a lot of go, 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 and I didn't make the time. It's not that we didn't have the time, it's that I didn't choose to do that with my time. And I think ultimately that's what it boils down to with Trim Healthy Mama. It's a matter of choice. It's not, I can't, it's I choose to do differently instead of I choose to do what is going to be, or what I personally know to be best for me health-wise and nutrition-wise. And, you know, tomorrow I have an opportunity to make a better choice. And it's not that any of my food was off plan per se. Sorry, covering up the lens there. It's not that any of my food was off plan. It's that I didn't make the best choices. I made just on plan choices. Having that brownie this morning at like 9 o'clock was not my best choice, but it was a whole lot better than reaching into the pantry and grabbing a whole bunch of tortilla chips because I just needed something because I was hungry and I couldn't put Lauren down without her crying. I want to say that she was crying through my breakfast clip. I couldn't film it without her crying no matter what I tried. So I just decided to roll with it. But that's my reality right now, is I deal with crying baby and upset children. And, you know, I'm just trying to do what I can do right now. And I hope that this is not a downer for any of y'all. And I'm sure most of y'all appreciate a more real person as opposed to somebody who's got it like all together. And that is one thing I do not have, is anything together these days, especially these days. And I don't even know. I can't even I can't formulate a solid thought at this moment because I'm just so drained. I'm drained. I need to nourish myself somehow. I've got my kefir back here. I don't know. Yeah. I've got my kefir back here that has like triple or quadruple fermented now. I should probably make some yuck yums out of that, and then I've got like my MCT oil back here hanging out. I've got a mess. I've got dinner left over here, and it's the end of the night, and I shouldn't have a messy kitchen, but I do, and I'm gonna get this all tidied up. I'm gonna have a hot tea that I have got prepped right here in my spoon, and I'm going to, that's an Oolong tea, by the way. I love Oolong. It's my favorite. I'm sure the caffeine would probably bother a lot of people this late in the evening, but for me personally, it doesn't pose a threat to my sleep. So I have rambled on for entirely too long. I'm going to call it a night. We're going to do better tomorrow. No. We're not going to do better. We're going to make more appropriate choices, like not eating every 5 hours, but eating every 3 to 4 hours. And my coloring, my lighting is like way off, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm going to just be more diligent, I think is the better terminology for it. I'm not going to be better. I'm going to be more diligent. Did that make sense? I hope that made sense. Because I do not have the energy to try and fix myself with editing. So, excuse me. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me ramble on about probably 18 different thoughts that don't correlate, but I was trying to make them correlate. That's just the way it goes for me. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.